Hey stock and options traders, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Carl with a K, and I've been trading stocks and options online since the mid-1990s. And if you're here to learn about trading or to figure out if a stock or options course on YouTube is worth the money, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now I've taken another course, and this video will cover my experience and my opinion behind the paywall of John Carter's Simpler Trading. The reason I chose John Carter's Simpler Trading as my next review is because I've received a lot of comments on my YouTube channel stating that John makes money for his customers and that he is legitimate. And I first saw him on Tasty Trade back in 2014 or 15. And John has been featured on CNBC, Bloomberg, and Fox. And one thing that caught my eye was that when I received a comment on one of my videos about John from a guy named Joshua, he commented that John shows his P&L and that he's very profitable. And Joshua even provided a link, and you can see here that he is profitable. This is a webinar that shows John making over $13 million in 2020. Now that is worth checking out. Now, after browsing through John's Simpler Trading website, I found that I could sign up and follow John's picks through his alert service. And another thing is that John does not really make a lot of promises in his advertisement, although he does mention in his webinar how he doubles small accounts with his trading methods. And I was able to get a 1-month subscription for $197. This will give me the ability to follow John's alerts. And after signing up, I received a welcome email that came with a username and password in order to gain access to John's online material. And I was able to sign in right away. And the website was not really as user-friendly as the other courses that I've taken. That's the first thing I kind of figured out. But my goal was to follow John's picks. So I went through the website to see what I needed to do to follow his picks, and I finally kind of gave up and I had to call customer support. So customer support was really good, and they answered my questions as far as finding John's picks. And I actually had to download an app on my phone to receive the alerts. And normally you just sign up for text alerts by supplying your phone number. Once I got the app, I was able to receive the alerts. And the first thing I noticed is that I received multiple alerts from multiple people. And my phone is getting a lot of alerts, and I have to filter out which ones are coming from John Carter. And this is somewhat annoying. Another thing I found annoying about the alerts is that some of the alerts are not trades, but actual product pitches for other alert services. I watched John Carter's webinar, and one of the things I remembered is how much he talked about small accounts. So I decided to start my paper trading account with $5,000. This could change depending on the information I receive after some further investigation. The first thing I wanted to know was how to manage risk. So I dove into the members area of the website. And about 45 minutes later, I was finally able to find an area under the heading of beginners area. And after navigating through, I was able to find a risk management page. And the page is called John's Risk Guide. In here, I was able to find that John's goal are returns of 120% per year or 2.3% per week. And the risk parameters are to risk around 2% of the account per trade and to max out the amount of risk at 20%. So this means if I'm risking 2% per trade, I can have a minimum of 10 trades on at any one time. After searching through the website, as far as following John's alerts, I could not find a minimum recommended account size. So I went ahead and emailed support, and support was pretty good about getting back to me the next day. And the answer was the minimum account size is $5,000. So this means that originally I set up the account properly as far as the minimum account size. Now, one takeaway at this point is that the website is not very clean in terms of obtaining information efficiently. And I think the main reason is because there's so much information and that it's hard to figure out where to spend my attention. And at this point, I'm looking to follow John's alerts, and if I have a question, I'll spend maybe 10 minutes on the website, and if I can't find what I'm looking for, I'll just email support. And I did email support asking where I can find John's P&L. And the response was that I need to be a part of this small account mastery program. And there's a P&L spreadsheet in there. So I emailed back asking what program I was a part of, because when I signed up, all I wanted to do was make sure that I could follow John's alerts. So support answered some other questions, but did not designate what service I signed up for. And I think it was the gold plan. So I guess I don't have access to the P&L spreadsheet. And a spreadsheet doesn't really mean anything anyway. So I guess at this point, I won't be able to verify John's P&L, which is kind of disappointing. But the best way to track performance at this point is to follow the alerts. Next, I'm going to go over day 1 through day 5 of the alerts. It is Monday, November 16th, 2020. Day 1 with John Carter in Simpler Trading. I had to jump through quite a few hoops just to understand how I could follow him and his trade alerts. I guess he doesn't trade until tomorrow, and he only trades 3 days a week. But I'll do my best to follow his alerts. And I got my account started here with a $5,000 balance. And my next thing that I'm going to try to do is figure out how much I risk per trade. Hopefully John will mention that in the alert, or I'm going to kind of try to go find out what that is right now. But this is day 1. Today is Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. It's day 2 with John Carter's alert service. And I got a lot of alerts today, I think about 12 of them. One of them was even an upsell to try to get me to buy another service for $600. And finally, at the end of the day, I've got an alert from John Carter himself. So out of 12 alerts, one was from him. So I'm constantly, getting alerts, and then I have to filter through those. And he said to put on this iron condor, and he talked about this being an earnings trade, I think. And so we can see him up $32. But I just put this on for like the last half hour of the day or so, or 20 minutes before the market closed. So you can see my account balance is $5,029. So there you have it for day 2. Today is Wednesday, November 18th, 2020. It's day 3 with John Carter. You can see that I had 2 executed trades. One was to close this trade out for a win. I believe it was an earnings trade. And then we opened up a new trade, which looks like it's also an earnings trade. And so you can see doing pretty well. P&L $5,134. And there you have it for day 3. Today is Thursday, November 19th, 2020. It is day 4 with John Carter. You can see that he was pretty active today. He kind of waits to the end of the day. He likes to do earnings plays, and he likes to make trades like the last half hour of the day. We closed out one of these earning trades here. We closed out NVIDIA. You can see we made $322 there. And then we opened up Tesla, MDX, Workday, and INTU. So we opened up here quite a few. And a few of these are just options plays. One of them he mentioned that it was like a 30-day play in case the market goes down significantly. One of the things is I'm trying to size my account properly. I don't think it's sized properly because I had an order that was rejected because I didn't have enough buying power. So overall, you can see that I put on 4 positions today. One got rejected. My P&L is $5,400, which is doing very well. for just 4 days. So there you have it for day 4. Today is Friday, November 20th, 2020. It is day 5 with John Carter and Simpler Trading. You can see that we had one trade executed. It was an open for Netflix, and it's a ratio spread, which I kind of like because it's really a nice asymmetric play. In other words, there's a lot of reward for very little risk. There's another thing here. When I mentioned and I talk about this particular account and only has $5,000 in it, I'm trying to follow John's trades, and as you can see here, on this particular trade here, I tried to open a trade and it wouldn't let me because my buying power was too low. So I don't think John really is treating this like it's a $5,000 account, because if he was, he wouldn't be putting on trades that exceed buying power. That's okay. I mean, I'll just keep going and trade whatever I can trade. What can I say about that? He's just obviously not treating his account or the alerts like it's a $5,000 account. Now, this is the end of the week, end of week 1. And if you remember, John's goal is to make about 2.3% per week. You can see the P&L is $5,088. So $88 profit over the 1 week period. Let's do a little bit of math. So 88 divided by 5,000. 1.7% return. That's not bad. I mean, if he can keep this going, that's not bad at all. I don't know if he can keep it going. I guess that's why we're following the alerts. So that's the end of week 1, and I look forward to the results of week number 2. As you know, I've been trading options for over 25 years on the retail side. And if you're interested in how I trade, I give away a free course, and I left a link in the description below.